What's up, folks? Welcome back to another live stream repair. Yes, we've got a lot and we've got more. Always showing up here. Before we get started, let's take a look real quick at what I got in my mail box today. For myself, I picked up a set. Well, I thought I was only buying one, but that's just, sometimes that's just the pleasant surprise that you get buying really cheap goods off of AliExpress. I found a 4mm T6-bit. Obviously, it'll fit like the iFixit screwdriver. It's got a very long and narrow tip, which is something that I really like with the iFixit bits. They have a really long neck, and it can reach into some pretty tiny holes and reach some screws that are pretty deep in there. I have been trying it in my free time on the electric driver, and I am pleased to say with this, I can reach every single screw inside of these HomePods with this bit on this electric driver. So getting these apart is going to be a little bit easier and quicker now. Putting the amp screws with this in is still a little too fiddly, so we're still going to use this for the amplifier screws, and I'm going to use the regular sized bit on this guy. But I am so far happy with it. I'm glad they gave me a bunch, because I have a feeling I'm going to need them. The other thing that I got buddy, let's see if I can get this out without breaking it. Yes. Oh, that is beautiful. I tell you what. Wow. I've always wanted some of these, and then I found out on AliExpress that you can just pick up these reject silicone wafers for a very reasonable price. They have a whole bunch of different sizes. I've got a few more showing up. My God, that's beautiful. Let's see how close I can get it to the camera. Wow. That is gorgeous. I think this is a 12-incher. Absolutely beautiful. All right, back into the box you go until I can get my hands on a good safe case to display you in. Wow. If you've ever considered picking one of these up, definitely worth it. I am satisfied. I'll leave a link to this one in the chat, or in a comment in the video description after the stream, I should say. Just get the rest of the air out of it. Okay. Enough fun. We've got to fix a few things here. Let's see who's going to be up first. 3580. going to be the first one. So let's get their name up on the screen. 3580 with no power for this first gen HomePod. After that is going to be 3590. Let's find them and let them know that they're coming up next. Let's see. All right. 3580. Glorified text messenger. Let's see. Alright, the first few fellas have been messaged. Let's add a few more to the stack here. After Ramona, 3595, Ramona, we've got Callie with no power, Matthew with 2 HomePods, and BS, a prior repair that we need to give a new logic board to. It's been a few years. It unfortunately has suffered the blinkies. So, what else do we have at 3579? We're not going to have time for that. So we'll do this and see if we have more time, then we'll add more. So, we have got 3580's first gen Apple HomePod here. It's got the classic no power issue. It's the most common that we get in here for. Let's get our cameras all centered up and see what we are dealing with. Plug it into power. I see no lights, no sound, no response, no nothing other than a couple of watts from the wall. That tells me it's the usual dead diode. Deep down on the amplifier. Soon. I'm still waiting for the battery on this to show up. iFixit's, well, it's not iFixit really. It's USPS. They're taking their time on this one. What can you do about it? Here we go. This bit is almost like comically long. Hold on, let me fix my autofocus. We all know how autofocus goes around here. Close your ears. Someone got zapped at your school's welding shop and now they shut down in the class for the year. Yeesh. I hope the kids... I hope they're doing alright. I imagine they might be, not. Here's that old foam stuff. We'll replace that with solid rubber when we go to put this all back together. Hopefully they don't close up your shop and they just take the precautions necessary to prevent the same thing from happening again. Let everyone at least finish up their projects. But if they close it out completely, and I'm sure there will be what's the word I'm looking for? They'll compromise on that. They won't ding you for not being able to finish a project because you are the class that you need to finish it's shut down. But then you wonder, like, okay, what are you going to do instead? Which makes me think that they probably won't end up shutting the shop down. Alright, first up, we're going to give it some new filters. These love to go bad and cause death farts and all sorts of bass issues. How's that looking? Oh, that's ready to cook. Alright, let's get our dead diode out of here. This is what's failing and causing our no power issues. A 46K date code on that one. What we expect to see when these go bad. We'll get that replaced with a new one. There's a quality control issue with these particular diodes that's causing them to fail. Do I what for who? I don't know what you're talking about, Steffi. I think I'm getting old because I still don't really know what you mean. I'll have to look that up. I'm gonna look it up and be like, oh. Probably not. And back together we go. We can carry more power efficiently over higher voltage. Higher voltage means you don't have to draw as many. Hold on, if I talk while I'm doing this, I'll mess it up. You get what I'm saying, though. But basically, more efficient. Deadlier, at the cost of being deadlier. But I would still personally prefer to have 230, 240 volt regular hookups with a 400 volt option for higher power stuff over this measly 110 volts that I get on a good day here in America. Yeah, and I mean, shuffle hands, that's pretty much why, that's pretty much what most of the stuff between your house and the power station that provides power to your house, that's what all that stuff in between is basically doing, is it's slowly stepping the voltage down until it gets down to 110 volts at your house, because it's more efficient to push a higher load longer distances over higher voltages. Otherwise, you got to push more amps. You got to push more amperage through to compensate for less voltage, which can generate more heat. Extra load. Is that Mike? What is that, Mike? He's blabbering. He's going. He's doing his thing. He's probably suffering without his pet Snowy. We messed up his AC port. I shouldn't. I thought I had a. Oh yeah, I do have one right here. So basically, what I did was I measured which went to where and connected those. But for some reason, somewhere inside of this jack, these are connected internally, but they both don't work to provide power. And they just don't make sense, but I'm going to take it back and swap those wires back around for them. mean, what should you do? Oh, brand new first gen, or wait until you go to Italy and get a second gen for the same price? That's a lot of money for a first gen for how old they are. You might be better off getting a set, but then you can't pair the second gen to the first gen if you want to do stereo pair. You can play music to them both at the same time, but you can't do the stereo pair. So that's a tough choice if you ask me. Yeah. All right. We move on to 3590. With some bad DC filters. We'll see how bad it's gotten here. Alright. Subwoofer sounds like it might still be okay. Up next is going to be 3595. Which we text messaged, so we'll text them again here, let them know they're coming up soon. Where are they at? There they are. iMessage has succeeded in showing me a recent message this time. All right, here we go. Stefan's about to go to freaking France and never come back. Alright, the verdict for the subwoofer. Smelling good. Oh, like a machine. Let's go. Alright. We are gonna need, by the looks of it, just a new set of filters. We've got a 26K dated Schottky diode, so those ones don't fail and cause power issues. The only thing we have here really to worry about. I'll double check their notes before we wrap it up, but it would appear just a bad set of filters here, which is not surprising at all. We'll put it back together with a new solid rubber subwoofer gasket, of course. Keep it nice and sealed for longer than that foam stuff will. a fresh new set of filters on there. Let's get this back together. No, I don't know who or what you're talking about, Stefan. And I saw that a little bit ago. Shuffle hands. I tried it out myself, and yeah, it does the same thing for me. Excuse me. I apologize for that. No, I don't know King Vaughn. King Vaughn don't know me. I don't know King Vaughn. Say King Vaughn 10 times really fast. Jeez. Oh, Miss Rachel is stuck in my head. My kid has been watching a fair bit of Miss Rachel again lately, and I cannot get her stuff out of my head. Oh, it just burns so easily into your skull. It's so basic. Who do we have next? 35.95? And then Ramona? Alright, alright. Ooh, I don't like that. That's a brick. Ooh, I'm not excited. Oh dear. Oh, let me message my wife really quick. She's picking dinner up while she's out. We want... Oh yeah, we're getting a bigger plate. Use my current location, I don't care. Start pickup. We want a bigger plate. Give me some fried rice and chow mein. Give me some mushroom chicken. Some honey sesame chicken breast. And of course, we need Beijing beef. Perfect. Okay. All right, cool.
I'm having trouble connecting to the internet.
Beautiful. That sounds much better.
I'm having trouble connecting.
3590 is sounding great. 3595 has shown us its true form, its real nature. Okay, so, and after 3595 is going to be Ramona, so let's find Ramona here. And let Ramona know that they are coming up here soon. Alright. That's enough with the text messenger. Let's get 3595 up on the screen here. This might sound absolutely awful, but this makes a great gnat zapper. Because I can't catch him in time, and it probably gets annoying sitting here and watching me clap thin air. But the hot air really gets him. It's that season. It's getting hot out. Alright, so we've got 3595. It's a brick. It's a brick. Okay. We're definitely the first ones to take that off. Let's get our handy dandy USB 3D printable USB restore adapter here. I'm going to improvise for this one. There we go. And break out the laptop. Here we go. We're gonna hit him with a USB connection. Ooh, that feels a little janky. There we go. We're gonna hit him with the power, and we're gonna hit him with 3 simple commands. Gas to pwn, gas to reset, and iDevice restore blah blah blah. Come on, come on, come on. Give me a good sign. Oh. Could not read data, aborting. We'll give it one more try here, but that's not looking great. I'll try with a different adapter too, just to be super sure. On a different port. Oh, that's a good click. Alright. Take 2, but if it errors the exact same way, then we know for sure that there's a hardware error or a hardware issue causing this inside. Kurt the Wirt, welcome back. Fingers crossed, cross them, cross them, cross them. I do not want to sacrifice another logic board. Anker's new 3D texture printer. I have not. I'll have to check that out. Nope, it failed the exact same spot in the exact same way. That is unfortunate for us. I will have to get another logic board ready for number 3595 here. I just used up my last white HomePod logic board. I've got more showing up. Oh, they were supposed to be here today, so I guess they'll be here tomorrow. So hopefully they won't be waiting much longer than another day to get this working again. Oh. We will let them know the news and get that wrapped up on the next one. Excuse me. Let's see. Oh, it's not too bad. It's not too bad right now. Oh, hey. I think I just got... Oh. If I'm not mistaken, that right there is a white model first gen HomePod for me, for parts. Did $35.95 just get really lucky? USPS just dropped this off like 2 minutes ago. And then eBay sent me a notification and I was like, oh, is that the one? Yes, indeedly. Oh boy. This is what it's like around here now, folks. Picking my pods apart literally the moment I get them delivered for parts. Alright, what I do not like is somebody has clearly already worked on this. Okay. That's cool. I'm not gonna plug this in right away because I don't trust their work. I don't want to fry possibly good parts here. But I do want to get that logic board and see what it does. Man, they kind of ripped this up. I'm gonna have to look at my. Oh, that one's that's not even the right screw, fella. I'm gonna have to look at my purchase on eBay and see if they disclaimed these issues. They stripped the screw and had to drill it out. Yikes. Okay. Did they take it apart any further than that? Oh, they took it all the way apart. Yuck. Okay. Okay, alright, fine. Let's see if this logic board works. If it does, we can use it for $35.95's repair and get them on their way today. If it doesn't work, I'm going to take a peek at the eBay listing for this guy. If they didn't say that it had been previously worked on and there weren't photos showing that it was clearly previously worked on, I'm not going to be a very happy camper. I'm happy to buy HomePods that you failed to repair, but I would like to know that you did that you tried something before I go and plug it right into the wall. Yeah? Okay, it's turning on. Let's see if it fully boots up. I'm going to pull up the eBay listing. No power. That's what this listing was for. No power. If you were looking at the photos, okay, you can tell from this photo that it was kind of messed with. But you wouldn't know unless you knew what to look for. What's the description say? Selling non-working Apple HomePod I purchased a few weeks ago on Marketplace. Haven't had time to troubleshoot, but I've heard some issues can be relatively easy to fix. The previous owner may have tried to fix it as the top is slightly lifted, but overall the unit looks very clean. No kidding. No kidding, someone else tried to work on it.
I'm having trouble connecting.
Oh, but we've got a good working logic board out of it at the least. That these days, with the prices and how good or bad I've been able to get working parts, I'll take it. I'll take it. It's your lucky day, $35.95. Let's see. Let me double check and make sure that they opted for this no matter what. If all it needs is software, go with maintenance. If it needs more expensive hardware repair, that's okay too. Alright, we're good to go. Yes. This particular error restoring these logic boards is one that I do not have I have not seen very often, and I have not figured out what has gone bad and is causing it, other than something on the logic board itself. So we'll put in a logic board that should be working. And while we've got it apart, we're going to take it a step further and do that hardware maintenance to prevent any other reason for it to come back to us. At least any reason that we can reasonably prevent. We're talking about those death farts caused by bad DC filters. They go bad whether it's due to a quality control issue or naturally due to age. We've also got that Schottky diode to look out for. That causes no power. That's probably what's went wrong in that HomePod that we bought that fella tried to fix and then ended up giving up and selling. Tell you folks what, I'm really curious to see what's on the inside of that eBay HomePod that someone else has worked on. I'll make you a deal if we can get I'll make it a reasonable, easily attainable goal. But if we can get 10 likes, on this stream, during the stream, before my wife gets home, then we'll take that eBay HomePod all the way apart and see what they did on the inside. See what they messed up, if they even tried anything. Who knows? Maybe they took the amp out, looked at it, and said, "Nah, screw this," and cut their losses. I'll stick that in my pile to figure out again one day. Ooh. Very dusty. It needed it. And along with the hardware maintenance for this, when we go to put it back together, we will replace the old crusty foam subwoofer gasket with a solid rubber one. It'll far outlast the old foam. That'll fall apart and cause bass issues as well. It should also provide a slightly better bass response. It's not like you're going to notice it if you've got a bunch of HomePods already and you're trying to compare them. The differences in your room are going to have far more of an effect. You won't be able to get a fair, true comparison. But if you start getting all of your HomePods worked on and replacing the gaskets with solid rubber, you'll definitely notice a difference between a room full of HomePods with foam gaskets and a room full of HomePods with solid rubber gaskets. So it's not going to cause any negative effects or problems if you just get one or two out of a few fixed at a time. And that's generally what I tell people too. Don't send your HomePods into me if they're working fine unless you really want to spend the same amount of money, time, and effort to prevent these issues. I'm happy to do it for you, but it won't be any cheaper than a normal repair. So you might as well wait until it does give you an issue or a reason to send it into us. For all you know, it might last many, many years and you get sick and tired of it before it ever needs any work done to it. Oh hey, look at you guys go. You already got us to 6 likes on the stream. You only need to get 10 likes to see the inside of that eBay HomePod here today. It ain't that hard. Get your mom to join, get your friends to join, get your kids to join. Tell them to leave a like and then leave. Don't let them actually watch. We try to keep it appropriate, but sometimes I say a curse word here or there. Is it cheaper to ship 2 at once? That is a good question, Kurt. I get asked that a lot, and it's not actually cheaper. In almost every case, it's usually the weight that they're charging me by, and twice the weight, i.e. 2 HomePods, usually ends up costing twice as much to ship each way. So instead of $10 each way, it ends up being about $20 to ship like 12 to 15 pounds. Give or take. I take, it ends up costing a fair bit more for some people, and it ends up costing a little bit less for a few other people. But it ends up balancing out. If you want to try to save the extra $1 or $2, you can get your own shipping labels, and I'll give you a little discount. But I imagine Kurt will probably just find a way to make another Amazon driver drop them off. But no, it's not cheaper to send any more or less at once, because they charge usually by weight, because it's usually the weight that has the biggest effect on how efficiently they can get it across the country. You know, of course, if you're doing the same weight as a HomePod, but you're shipping it in a box that's 3 to 5 times as big, they might want a little extra for the extra space too, but weight usually costs a lot more than size. Beautiful. Alright, we got new fart filters on there. Do we need a new Schottky diode? We do not. We've got a 42K date code on there. Our 10 ohm resistor's looking good. That should be about it. We'll get this wrapped up with that new subwoofer gasket and a working logic board. And that should be good. Yeah, I'm not aware of anything for free, Stefan. There's plenty of paid options, but nothing I know of that's free, unless you can jailbreak it. But you're asking for a free app, and none that I'm aware of. I love airfoil, but you gotta pay for it. But Google is going to know better than any of us here. I feel old suggesting to Google things to people. Like, I feel like I'm supposed to be suggesting that they, like, chat GPT it or, like, ask their AI assistant. If you can jailbreak your iPhone, then Marvin set it up on his. He jailbroke an iPod and set up that daemon. I don't remember what it was. Some jailbreak tweak that makes it an AirPlay daemon. Runs in the background, so you don't have to leave it open. Does Airfoil Satellite only work with Airfoil? No. It acts as Airfoil Satellite enables it, like makes it an AirPlay speaker. I frankly cannot recall if it makes it an AirPlay 1 or AirPlay 2 speaker, which is a big difference. That's a big deal, but no, I'm 90% positive it makes it an AirPlay 2 speaker. You won't learn. Ask Siri, you won't learn anything. See, I have a different take on that. everybody says you won't learn anything with AI, but I feel like people had the same problem trying to figure the information out, searching the internet. Like most people aren't looking to learn how to do something. Most people, frankly, are just learning, or they're just looking for the end result that they want. And if they can't find it, then the next best option is to find someone they can pay to get that end result that they want. Most people don't want to. Most people don't have the energy to, can't afford, don't want to for one reason or another put that extra time and effort into learning and understanding what it is that they're trying to do. They just want to get the result that they want. And AI kind of makes that easier, but the thing that I really don't like about AI isn't that people, people are going to be lazy regardless. My problem with it is that it can give you the wrong information, and you unless you know, you don't know. So it seems to have gotten pretty good, but I mean, if you are aware of its limitations and you can do a little bit of research, and I think they're great tools. I use them on occasion myself. I don't go to them for everything, but I do utilize them on occasion. Whenever I get stuck on anything that I've exhausted a lot of my other typical avenues. And like what I love is a lot of times, pretty much every single time, the AI assistants will show their work. They'll explain their answer. A lot of the answers that you get on that you get searching online, I mean, heck, let's not talk about all the forum posts and forum threads that have been made over the years, and then someone said, oh, this worked for me, and it's a reply to a comment that's been deleted, or like it's somewhat relevant information, but it's too deprecated to fully solve the problem. And I do feel like AI can be really, really useful and helpful at exploring possible answers and solutions. But you definitely don't want to look at it as the answer, the correct solution. Just like you don't want to look at anything you would search on Google as the correct answer or the solution. Use a couple brain cells and think about it. That's my take. I'm sure it can be shot down just as easily. And I'm sure that when the toasters become sentient, they're still going to come after me first. I have thrown plenty of things, enough to make the robots angry at me when they fight back. At least the HomePods will be on my side. I'll be honest, I have been ignoring the chat. Let's catch up with it. I started going off. I don't even know how I got there from jailbreaking Stefan's iPhone. Oh, that's classic ADHD for you. I could ramble on all day about something and then we've touched 10 different subjects. Now we'll both be sitting there being like, how did we get here? My wife and I do it to each other all the time without even noticing. We'll just be like talking about it. It's like just talking about one thing, and like I like to debate sometimes. Sometimes I do disagree. Everybody disagrees. Who doesn't disagree with something that everybody says? But we'll just go off on totally different tangents. And like we'll be standing like it'll be like 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. Like we're like, all right, it's time to go to bed. Good night, blah blah blah. And then like somehow we'll start talking about something, and then boom, it's freaking midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, and we're still going. We're still talking about something. I don't think you guys are going to get to see the inside of that eBay HomePod today. We're only at 6 out of 10 likes. That HomePod deserves a new logic board. It brought me many death farts. Oh, well, death farts be gone if it actually did have any. We've gotten new filters in there, so that should be a problem no more. As well as a new logic board. We need to reset and update this board, but that is trivial. I didn't just have to sacrifice another logic board. I literally, the moment USPS delivered this parts pod, we snatched it off the porch and ripped it apart for $35.95 here. Alright, that should boot up to whatever configuration it previously had. Let's get Ramona into the picture here. After Ramona is going to be Kelly, so we'll shoot Kelly a message and let them know that they're coming up here soon.
I'm having trouble connecting to the internet.
Very good, very nice. Alright. Ramona's HomePod. Here we go. Alright, folks, we're going to take a very quick break. We will be right back. Take this moment to share the live stream with your friends, coworkers, whoever you think would be interested in watching us rip these things apart. We're trying to get to 10 likes during our stream here, so I've got a good reason to rip apart that eBay HomePod so we can see what the heck whoever did what to the inside of that. I'm very curious to find out. But we will be right back in just a minute. Alright, welcome back. Welcome back. Mic check, looking good there. Let's get Ramona's name up on the screen. We've got some bad DC filters, if I am not mistaken. After Ramona is going to be Kelly. And then after Kelly, we've got Matthew's 2 HomePods. And if by some miracle we fix all of that, boy, do we have more HomePods. But we'll see. We'll see. We had like 5, 6, 7 more show up today. But everything up on the screen is mostly just catching up. What's it gonna do? What's it gonna say? How is it gonna sound?
I'm having trouble connecting to the internet.
Alright, we've got a little bit of a pop. Nothing too concerning, but then again it is stone cold. The warmer those filters are, the worse. If they are bad, their issues will be. Let's get this apart. Give it our treatment. Ooh, that needed it. Ooh, we're at 9 likes. You guys are doing good. Give me one more like and I'll take that eBay HomePod apart right here, right now. Does it actually say 10 for you, Stefan? Interesting. It says 9 for me here for sure. Either someone unliked it or you gotta refresh it, Stefan. It's probably like if somebody unlikes it, it might not update it for you until you refresh. YouTube's weird like that. Oh, you know what, Stefan? I also wonder if YouTube doesn't think that your like is legitimate. So it's not counting it to the rest of us. Alright, this one looks like it's going to be a case of just new filters here. It has a 42K dated Schottky diode. Those don't fail and cause power issues. They all have foam gaskets though, so we'll replace that with solid rubber on its way back together. We'll get these filters out of here so it stops popping so loudly and possibly even death farting on them. And that should be good. A fine new set of filters. Oh, there it is. There it is. 10 likes. Alright, I'll give you guys what I promised. Let's put that up there really quick. Let's grab this accursed eBay pod and see what's going on with it. So I can see already that they stripped out and had to drill out 2 of the screws for the logic board. Tisk tisk. Let's keep digging here. Let's see if they even took it all the way apart. And if they did they try to replace the diode? Is it a different issue than the diode? Ooh, they ripped those screws tight. Wow. You don't gotta do that, friend. Well, it looks like they got the woofer out even. We got a good woofer here. I can't complain about that. Oh my God. What did I buy? What did I just buy? Well, I found their problem, and I'm kind of glad I didn't plug this in and try it first. Power supply's fine. Nothing wrong with that. Oh, no, no. The issue's on the amplifier board. What do you see? Well, you'll have to wait and see. We'll get this out and I'll zoom in on it for you. We're missing a screw on the amplifier board. Very cool. So who do you think did it? Do you think it was the fella that sold it to me off of eBay that did this, and they're trying to pass it off as, oh, I got it off this Facebook Marketplace guy who said that they tried fixing it? I don't know any better. Or do you think they're telling the truth? Do you think they actually got this off of Facebook Marketplace in this condition? I am skeptical. I'm a very skeptical person. I'm always skeptical. That's why we're here. That's why we're successful. But this... Let me get that focused so it can really, the shock value as soon as you see it. Yeah. Can it be fixed? Can it be fixed? If you ask me, I think that can be fixed no problem. We'd need to take the step down off and clean all this up. Take the Schottky diode off. We'd need to run a trace wire and a replacement 0.1 microfarad capacitor where one used to be here. Everything else though, I mean, all of this up here is still in place. All of this over here is still in place. I'm not going to fix it right here and now, but that, you know, I think I can get that working again easy peasy. No big deal. No big deal. Alright, let's get back to Ramona's HomePod here and get this back together. No, we're not fixing it right now, Stefan. We've put off enough paying customers for our personal pleasure. Let's get this, let's get what people are waiting for fixed up here, and then we can have fun. I love how you call me out for ignoring you as I'm literally responding to you. Granted, there's a 20-second delay, but patience is a virtue. All right. You play a good game, Kurt. That's great. I will have to thank you for the super chat. Let's go ahead and fulfill Kurt's dreams and desires here. See what we can do for this. I'm gonna start with flux. It's not really gonna help take anything off, but it is gonna help me put things back into place if I feel like bumping a few things around along the way. Let's get the step-down converter and the Schottky diode taken off first, and then we will evaluate the situation from there. I do apologize, Ramona, but Kurt's playing the big brain game here. We'll get your HomePod wrapped up in just a minute here. Okay, alright. Very good, very nice. Let's wick up. Where did my solder wick go? This is not good. Oh. Oh. Well, almost. I see a little tiny bridge between these components here, but everything is still on the board. Good gravy. Got a little lucky here. All things considered, for what it is, we got extremely lucky. How's that? That looks great. Oh my goodness. Okay. All that's cleared up. Everything else looks good. The next thing I want to check is if we have a short to ground across the pads for our Schottky diode. That'll tell us if anything is severely damaged on the board itself. Nah, we're looking great. We're looking gravy. Alright. I think we can save this. No problems. No problems. Let's get our step down back on first. And then we'll run a trace wire for a replacement capacitor. Since the pad for this one's missing, there should be two pads here and there's only one. We're going to run a trace wire and a bigger replacement capacitor. Make it easy on ourselves. Okay. Step down is in place. I do think we have a little bit of an oopsie. Haha, we got him. Oh, I love doing this stuff. when it works. Yep, we got that guy back on there. Gosh, this stuff is small. It's not even the smallest we've touched, but it is small. Okay. Trace wire. Actually, this is just enamel coated wire. This isn't trace wire whatsoever. Oh, my snippers, my snippers, where are they? Okay. This will have to do. All right. Next, we are going to go ahead and put a new diode on there so that I've got a place to anchor the replacement capacitor's other side to. You'll see what we're doing here when we get it all together. Very good. One last step here and we can test it out. I need a 0.1 microfarad capacitor. We're going to stick that right here pretty much. All right. That sans replacing some DC field, doing maintenance. This should work now. Of course, we don't know if they slipped the screwdriver and broke any number of other things off the board, if they mishandled it, if they plugged it in with it in that condition and totally destroyed it. But I am reasonably confident. We know that that the logic board works. We already checked that. I don't care about the power supply. That's gonna work. You know what? Heck it. Let's try with their power supply anyways. I know the power supply is gonna be fine, but it'll entertain you folks. Alright, so we got the amp and the power supply. Let's get an adapter so we can plug it into the wall for power. Let's plug it into a subwoofer. I've got a test woofer over here that we can plug it into. And I've got a logic board with a display attached. What do you folks think? Is it going to blow up or is it going to work? It looked like the wire detached, but then it wasn't when I wiggled it. Yes, it did. The wire did become. It wasn't detached. The solder connecting it to the step down above became liquid, so it was moving around, but it is still attached. Alright, I'm gonna scoot back and kind of like look away from this as I plug it in. Is it blowing up? It turned on for a second. Alright. And we've got no power draw from the wall. So, I have seen this behavior before. This isn't the same. So unfortunately, for whoever took this HomePod apart, they were totally wrong. Their original issue wasn't even that diode going bad. Their original issue was some other failure. I have a few other amplifiers sitting around with issues like this, where you plug it into power and it lights up for just a second, and then nothing else. It shuts off, it stays off, and it's pulling no power. I haven't figured out what's going on with these. I'd really like to, but that is one particular issue. Hey, we technically fixed whoever did to that, but we don't know what caused the original issue that prompted them to take this apart in the first place. So that is I'll take that as a 50-50, bit of a win-lose there. Let's get Ramona's HomePod put back together. I want to get that back together because my wife will be coming home with dinner, hot, warm food, and I'm not letting my food sit around when it's here. I'm gonna grab it. I'm gonna say peace, and I'm gonna leave you guys and go and eat because I'm hungry. Well, let's get this back together. Let's see how many more we can cram out here before my wife gets back home. I'm almost tempted to start a bounty for that particular issue with the amplifier board, because I've got probably a dozen or so of those amplifier boards with that exact same behavior. Prior repair attempts or not, that is an issue that I've seen a number of times. And I haven't gotten to the bottom of it yet. And I would really like to, so then I can have a whole bunch of working amplifier boards again, and we can share the info with other people and they can fix their amplifier boards. And the world can be a slightly more repairable place. Well, that was fun though. A nice fun little exercise. I was frankly expecting it to take longer than that, but we are kind of blocked with whatever's causing its root issue. Ooh, squeaky. What we need to do next time we can spend time on, jeez. Next time we can spend more time looking at amplifier boards and random issues. You know, if we have less stuff waiting to get fixed here. We need to sit down with a good working amplifier board and a amplifier board with one of those on-off issues like that, and start taking voltage readings between the two and playing basically spot the difference, but with a multimeter. When you can't find any obvious faults, that's one of the next. That's one of my next steps, at least, is spot the difference with a multimeter between a known good board and a known bad board. That should at least point you. That should give you some clue, some hint, some area to look at. Something to think about. Alright. I don't know why that's... Oh, it's my lighting. Too many lights. Who's next? We've got Kelly. $3,600 here. I'm pretty sure I messaged him. Yes, I did. After Kelly's gonna be Matthew. Matthew with 2 HomePods. I don't know if we're gonna have time for those.
I'm having trouble connecting.
Oh, that sounds better. All right. Kelly with no power, if I am not mistaken. Yeah, no lights, no power, no nothing here. We do have a couple of watts from the wall. That looks like the usual dead diode. We'll do that, get that replaced along with the DC filters. Whoa, don't get me wrong, Stefan. I'm not ignoring the chat. I'm ignoring you. Did we just... Hello? What? I'm a bit confused. How is... Where did this come from? What board did I put in Ramona's HomePod? I didn't put the broken board in Ramona's HomePod. That's over here. I'm gonna have to watch the replay and see what the heck I did. Interesting. Oh! I know what we did. I know what we put in there. We put in a refurbished board. No big deal. It just got a replacement amplifier board with exactly the same work done to it that we did to theirs. So, actually, no, I'm mistaken. This was just a parts board that we were measuring. We did put Ramona's amplifier back into their actual HomePod. So this is the yeah, Kurt's right. This is just the board we were using to compare. Okay. I'm done tripping. Let's progress. Ooh, another dusty one. Oh, Stefan, I hate the butterfly keyboard all the same. It's got to be the worst keyboard that I've ever typed on. And I don't particularly hate a lot of laptop keyboards. I'd say it's 50-50 split. Half of them out there do suck pretty bad, but the butterfly isn't particularly pretty bad. It's not fun to type on, and they have issues. Fundamental design flaws. Now, what they've done since the butterfly keyboard, I love the keyboard on my modern, my M2 MacBook Pro. Of course, I don't prefer it over a mechanical. That'd be crazy. But as far as laptop keyboards, the newer ones are great. I keep forgetting I've got this on here. I can do this now. Boom. Boom. Get the Costco guys in here. Boom. 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 14 booms for the home. Oh no. Well, folks, the overhead camera has overheated. I'm gonna turn the fan on and stick that on it for a minute. It'll take a sec. You'll just have to bear with the alternative view there. Not a big deal. We're gonna get up close here, switch cameras anyways. Take a look at this amplifier board. Alright, first up we're gonna replace the filters that love to go bad and cause death farts and all sorts of bass issues. There it is, a 48K date code on our Schottky diode. Don't skip the ads, Stefan. Give me the revenue. Oh, and you can't block them anymore. They're making it hard. The game of cat and mouse appears to be coming to an end, unless someone gets real creative with their ad blocking techniques. Don't get me wrong, I love ad block myself. I block ads. But I also pay for YouTube Premium. I pay for YouTube Red, so the creators I watch on YouTube get a cut, even if I'm blocking ads. I do not like paying for YouTube Premium. They keep jacking the price up and not adding anything to justify that. It's just kind of like, oh, everyone's raising their prices, so we can too kind of thing. Get that camera fixed. There we go. What's the worst thing I found inside a HomePod? Or inside something I fixed? I haven't found anything crazy. You know, I mean, the craziest thing that we've come across is people that have messed up their own repairs and damage from like leaky capacitors. I haven't found anything crazy like bugs or gross stuff. That mess of a repair in that eBay HomePod that we took apart a few minutes ago, that's up there easily top 5 most messed up things that I've seen people do to these. Yeah, I'm lucky I haven't come across any bugs inside of any of these, but at the same time they're pretty well sealed. I would be impressed if a bug found its way inside. And again, you'd think an iPhone was sealed really well too. Of course, it's usually the broken ones that I buy off other people that end up being the worst. In the worst shape. And good timing too. I mean, I would have liked to get to Matthew's HomePods today, but we are out of time. Actually, I didn't think we were even gonna have this much time. Not too bad. That would be really concerning, Stefan. Also, that might be a little expensive for you. And a little difficult. Like, you can't even... There aren't any broken pods for sale around you, last I heard you say. You might have better luck in Italy. I mean, you might as well look while you're thinking about it. Get an idea. I'm not familiar with what classified websites you can look at in Italy besides Facebook Marketplace. I'm sure Craigslist is the thing, if not some equivalent. Mally, welcome to the stream. I'll keep it quick and short because we're just about to end it and get out of here. But unfortunately, bad news. Yes, your Mini most likely has the infamous ghost touch or phantom touch issue. It plagues many HomePod Minis and second-gen HomePods alike. First-gen HomePods don't have these problems, but the second-gen HomePods and the Minis both have this issue where the touch panel starts acting up, and the only fix is to take it apart and unplug this touch panel and live without touch input, or replace this panel entirely. You can't fix this thing. And someone's working on manufacturing replacement touch panels, believe it or not. They're not ready yet. But that's, yeah, unless you can get your hands on a parts pod and swap them out, you'll have to unplug it or live with it. It's kind of a situation that Apple has put everybody in yet again. But let's see if we've got Kelly's HomePod working again at least. There we go. Folks, that is it for here and now. We've always got more to fix. We've always got more showing up here, but I think we got reasonably caught back up. So I hope you all enjoyed this live stream repair, and I hope to catch you in the next one.
I'm having trouble connecting to the internet.
Goodbye.